Hello everybody, it's Flesson19, and today I want to show you my 3 favorite crafted weapons that I use in the game for each situation in the game. And that would be campaign map, sieges, and civilian for prison breaks. Now these are just going to be my personal opinion on my play style, so I will show you a little bit how to go ahead and adjust them a bit depending on what you want. And then I will also show you the legendary one that I want to create. So without further ado, let us get to the first one. The Heartbreaker. This is what I use for sieges. And the reason why I use an axe for sieges is 2 things. One is the 2 perks that give additional damage to shields. In the two-handed, it's 25 and I believe 100 give you additional damage to shield. And that's the one thing that you really have to deal with a lot when you're dealing with sieges. Guys coming up ladders and coming up the towers, you want to get rid of those shields. Second of all, it has crush through, so it can hit multiple opponents. So what I use is the heavy Bardiche head and the heavy reinforced oaken great axe handle. So with the head, I bring it all the way down to the bottom. And the reason why I do it with this is this doesn't do much damage. However, what this does do is from the top, it'll go from 74 swing speed to 80. So this really affects your swing speed, but doesn't affect damage that much. Then with the handle, I bring it down just a little bit because this does affect weapon reach, damage, and swing speed. So what I normally do is bring it right down to 80 is what my swing speed is. That gives me 132 reach and 131 damage. So we only have 80 swing speed. Now 80 swing speed is not bad. That is where legendary comes in. I am hoping to get at least a +5 to swing speed. You can get +6. So now I'm going to try to get at least a +5 on my swing speed. So I came up with this, and I'm actually going to keep this one. It is more difficult to get swing speed when crafting because the game tends to push it more into damage. However, I did get a +12 in crafting. I believe a legendary is anywhere between +8 and +9 is the low to up to +12. So because I did get a +12, I'm going to keep it. So this gives me 132 reach, 83 swing speed, 138 cut damage, and 74 handling. The swing speed isn't super fast. However, if you have 150 to 200 skill, you should have no problem dealing with people, even on the campaign map, unless maybe you're dealing with lords. However, in sieges, when they are climbing up those ladders, you want to be able to get rid of their shields and them as quick as possible, and the Heartbreaker, I feel, is the way to go. My civilian weapon is Slash, a two-handed sword. Not everyone realizes that you can use a two-handed sword in civilian areas. The very first two-handed sword you make in the game can be used in civilian. First of all, let's run through it. For the blade, the easiest way to remember, it is the last blade before you get to Damascus steel. So, knightly arming sword blade. Full size. Cusped Southern Guard, full size. Bolted Southern Grip, two-handed, full size. And Beyond's Pommel, full size again. So we end up with this right here. Now for me in civilian, especially doing prison breaks, the most important thing is going to be your weapon reach. If it is too short, they're going to be able to hit you before you can hit them. If it is too long, you're going to hit a lot of walls and ceilings. For me, I think 115 is a very good mix between the two. So I don't do a lot of thrusting, so I'm not going to deal with thrust right now. For this one, I don't really care too much with the difference between damage and speed. I just want to have a pretty good mixture. It doesn't really matter, although I would like to get more speed than damage if possible. So I will now go ahead and build my legendary civilian weapon. So I'm going to end up keeping this one because I got a plus 13 and 11 of the points went to exactly what I wanted. I got a plus 6 to swing speed for 97, a plus 5 to damage for 132. So I have 115 reach, 94 thrust speed with 50 thrust damage, so it's not a thrust weapon. 97 swing speed, 132 cut damage, and 79 handling. So this will absolutely wreck the AI in Prison Breaks. You have the link that you should be able to hit them first. 97 swing speed with skill. You should be faster than them in every situation. And with this thing, if you play it right, you should be able to take a 2-on-1 or even a 3-on-1. So this is my civilian / prison break two-handed weapon. And finally, my campaign map weapon, the Grim Reaper, two-handed polearm. This thing I absolutely love. Not everybody is a fan of it because of the swing speed. However, with the reach on this thing, you are going to hit people from far away. I use the bent razor head, Eastern double spear wings, decorated long pine shaft. And I really do not use a pommel because, as you can see, they don't really do anything. So I don't worry about it to make the difficulty even higher. What I do is I bring it down just a little bit for the handle and the blade so I can get 70 swing speed. If you just adjust one, what is going to happen is you're going to get yourself to 228. But go to here and you can tick this up just a tad to 229. Now I will go ahead and build my legendary. And once again, like with the Siege, I want as much swing speed as possible, which can take you a bit to do as the game likes to push it to damage. So it can take a bit. But I want swing speed more than anything else. And it is fitting for this video that I have just created the highest swing speed Grim Reaper I have ever made. A plus 7 to swing speed. The highest I've ever gotten is a plus 6. So this now has 229 reach, 77 swing speed, 147 damage, and only 63 handling, but that's not a big deal. A lot of people do not like the reach when it comes to this weapon. They really want that better swing speed. However, for me, I say you're going to be able to hit them a lot further away. They won't even be able to get within their weapon reach. So to the lords that are using one-handers with 200 skill that can swing faster than you can just simply stay out of their range. And for the most part, I should be able to two-shot any lord. And if I'm riding on my horse and I have a speed damage bonus, there's a lot of times I can go ahead and one-shot a lord. This is the Grim Reaper that I use for campaign map battles. you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments and I will try to respond to you. These are just my personal favorites. You can always adjust the stats a little bit to what you might like, but for me, these are my 3 personal favorites. As always, take care and thanks for watching.